The Boston Celtics were brimming with confidence after capturing the first two games of the NBA Finals. Their poise and savvy seemed to overwhelm their young opponents from Houston. For the Rockets, it was a painful experience. Their character was questioned. And when this series shifted to Houston, the Rockets had something to prove. The Rockets' performance in Game 3 clearly illustrated that this team's character was intact. They played like a team with a chip on its shoulder, displaying a combative nature that had been lacking so far in the series. The Rockets went after every ball, and the Celtics had to brace themselves. Ralph Sampson out-battled and outworked the big men in green. Now the Celtics, who for 2 games had provided all the answers, were in the position of asking the questions because the Houston Rockets had proven they were alive and well.
Larry Bird, how grooved is he before a game like this?
I'll tell you, he is going to be pumped, and his adrenaline may help those big guys get back.
And the Celtics were unable to use that stratagem in game number 3. Reed starts out on Larry Bird, and his fall away is good. Larry Bird told me yesterday McRae is still a tougher defensive player.
The Rockets, because they're depending on Reed to get that running game going.
Parrish is playing up on top to move Akeem away from the boards. Bird hits the shot, and Larry Bird is 2 for 2. The ball away caused some problems. Inside, Olajuwon on offense over McHale. Bird blocked out McRae nicely for the Rockets, who lead by 3, 6:25 to go first period. Bird guarded by Reed this time. Get it into McHale over Sampson, and Kevin McHale leads the Celtics 18-16. Reed going up again. He's been perfect until now. Celtics running. They have a chance here. 4 on 2. Bird to Parrish. And the Celtics running and scoring. And Bill Fitch wants to say, I've seen enough. Ainge has not scored. The only man on the floor yet to score for either team. Bird with a pick from Parrish hits again. And Larry Bird with 6 points now.
Is really into this ball game with his head. Total confidence. Not worried about Danny Ainge at all.
He is 4 for 5 and certainly the most quoted player of either team in this series. Larry Bird burns the Rockets for 2. He has 8. Sampson. He didn't have an advantage.
And he shouldn't be going for reach-ins in the backcourt.
Rockets by 2. Dennis Johnson working against Wiggins. Wiggins says Dennis Johnson likes to dance like Magic Johnson, and the ball danced through the hoop. 6 for Robert Reed, who's in double figures with 10. He's a leading scorer for Houston now. Bird out, meeting him is McRae. Walton against Olajuwon. He got the ball in good spot.
And they moved it around beautifully.
Defensively, and so were the Rockets in general. Bird, they're trying to deny Bird the ball. You can see that with both McRae and Reed. Inside, and Dennis Johnson found the way, and 9 points.
Movie stick, that's where I was.
And you did very well. Sampson is back in for the Rockets. Olajuwon goes out. Robert Parrish hits on one of his patented high arcing jumpers. Bird teaming with Dennis Johnson, and a big lineup in there for Boston.
Well, Mitchell Wiggins more than likely will have to guard Larry Bird.
They can't bring Reed in because of the 3 fouls. And Bird gets an easy layup.
Low post all the way. Larry Bird.
So the Celtics all of a sudden with the big lineup have edges in a lot of places.
They're going to isolate Bird against Wiggins.
Peterson quickly doubles. The open man is Walton inside. And Walton lays it in over Sampson.
They'll have to double a lot. Better close their mouths right now. Sampson playing up a storm.
Hey, he'll have his bad games, but he comes back.
McRae is going to be in there.
But who's going to missing? But Olajuwon is there. Turnaround. And the Rockets with another offensive. 2:25 remaining in the half. Wiggins guarding Dennis Johnson. Parrish moving outside. So is McHale. They want to open up the middle. Bird working against McRae now. Works his way in. And gets the basket. The basket counts. Olajuwon. Sampson on the rebound. Doesn't go, and Bird clears. Pushing it up. Dennis Johnson down the right side. Left open, and Dennis Johnson hits. He has for defense against Dennis Johnson. Underway here in the 3rd period. Olajuwon is on Parrish. McRae on Ainge. Bird left open for the moment, and Larry Bird hits, and he has 16 points. Dennis Johnson on Wiggins. Olajuwon, watched by McHale. Bird coming over to double. Olajuwon throws it away to Ainge. Reed with 3 fouls. Can't do much with Danny Ainge. Doesn't want 83 by Indiana. Was quickly traded to Chicago. That was the year the Rockets picked up Sampson #1 and McRae #3 in the draft. Bird doubled with Wiggins and Reed, leaving Dennis Johnson open in the corner, and DJ hits and the Celtics lead.
Offense.
Rockets have hit only 1 of their last 10 shots, so they're in a scoring drought with 4 minutes and 46 to go, and the turnover there. Bird got it away to Seaston, pulls up with a jumper, and now the Celtics have opened it up to 8 points. Well, looking to take the lead again. They had trailed by 8 a few moments ago. So they've come back in this third period, and Ralph Sampson missing. Bird gets it out to Seaston. Watch Parrish run the court, and Robert Parrish goes up and gets the layup. And he's running. McRae off the pick. Mitchell Wiggins. Not that time, and Larry Bird gets the rebound. Into the hands of McRae. Going strong to the hoop, and the Rockets have regained the lead by 1.
I'll tell you, give credit to Jim Peterson that time. That was pure hustle.
And we knew he would have to make a contribution when Olajuwon went out with 4 fouls. And the Rockets have not crumbled. They've hung in there with Hakeem on the bench. Bird going up. And you know he's going to be heard from. He scored only 2 points. A little more than 2.5 minutes elapsed, fourth period. Rockets by 1, loose ball. Bird kept Sampson away. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Dennis Johnson for 3, and a big basket at the 24-second buzzer by Dennis Johnson. Wiggins, Reed for the jumper. Peterson misses the tip, and Bird gets the rebound. Olajuwon doubled again, turnaround. And this time Larry Bird swoops in for the boards, his 8th of the game. Celtics looking to tie it. Parrish with a fake and a shot out of bounds. Darryl Garretson says Houston ball. You think the Celtics ever expected a struggle like this, Tommy?
No, I don't. I'll tell you, the Rockets are for real, and Mitchell Wiggins and Peterson have provided the superior bench support so far between the 2 ball clubs.
And they're for real whether they win or lose this game. Reed. And Sampson. Wiggins. All lose out to Larry Bird, and Dennis Johnson on the break goes up and is fouled. And you mentioned Larry Bird, who has only 4 points this half. But this half isn't over. 2:38 remaining, and a tie score. 12 ties and 16 lead changes tonight. Walton, who's been there before. Bird for 3, hits, and the Celtics lead by 3, and who else but Larry Bird to get the big basket.
They sent 2 cutters through.
Lost the ball. Dennis Johnson to Danny Ainge. To Bird. 9 seconds to go, and unless they turn it over, the Celtics will have taken a commanding lead. Walton, and that'll do it. The Celtics, with a big victory, deserve their celebration on the floor. This is a game the Celtics wanted. And according to Larry Bird, he thinks it's over. And he hit the 3-point shot to break the 101 tie. And then the next big play was Bill Walton. Tommy.